Hi, how are you? I'm Ivania Alvarado, author of The Fearless Agent. This is the book for you for your success in this real estate field. So we're going to talk about everything you need to know to start or improve your real estate business. So we will cover business basic. We will cover how your mindset works and simple guidance that will help you to achieve everything in the real estate success. So in addition, this book will prepare you for you to become success and also help you time management. So we will start now. We will see 5 chapters. In these 5 chapters, we will see in chapter 1, how do I get started? That's the question most of us think about it. Wow, how do I get a start? People think it is very important to know that, because if you are clear with that and know everything you need to do, then you start easily. In chapter 2, we will see learn something new every day. Don't think like because you was a top salesperson in other area, not real estate, you will do the same. Yes, it will help you that. But in this, you need to keep always learning. Any profession need that. Chapter 3 is socialize and watch your income multiply. How you can connect your social with your income, and then do it is in a funnel. In chapter 4, we will plan for your success. We will talk about time management and how you can visualize and attract what you wanted. In addition, and last is chapter 5. So it is called about ADHP, which is action, discipline, habit, and passion. We need all these 4 elements in order to be successful. So let's start now with chapter 1. How we get a start. We will see now the importance of having everything through checklists to understand all of that. So when we talk about how do I get a start, we will talk about the humility versus ego. Why is so important that we have our ego to put on a sleeve? Yes, and have this humility, because when you go and start in this business, or you want to re-enroll again and be more successful, having more income, you need the ego to put on a sleeve, because that's the way your broker can help you. That's the way a tutor can help you. That's the way a coach can help you. When you open your ears and don't try to think that you know everything, even if you're successful in any career, if you're successful in real estate, then switch from the inside out. The way to learn and the way to change, it starts from the inside. So create solid, deep foundation like the oak tree. So sometimes it's like the iceberg. So no one see what is down the water, but people see the little iceberg. But inside is strong, and that's the point. Real estate full circle. How you can do the whole circle in real estate, because you don't want that when after you sell to somebody a house, that's it. No, you want to get the referrals, and there's a trick way to ask for referrals. And very important, act, take actions. If you don't take action, don't worry if you don't know everything. Just act. In the way you're doing this course, you have to. This is a two-way. You need to learn and put in practice what you're learning. And that's what is act. Cleaning and organization. We have to have our house clean, our desk clean, our car clean. Why? We will explain you why. Because then you be very organized to find everything in a way. Let's say an example. If you're showing a property and then the person wanted to do the contract immediately, you just go to your car and you have clean your area, that you have the contract and you don't have to wait. I know that people do it, oh, he signed and all of that, but you need to get the enthusiastic of the client. Don't wait until he changed his mind, or he wanted, but then he took a couple of days, and then the house he loved, what happened? It's gone. So what kind of agent are you? it is very important to know who you are. In order to you develop different and new skills, you need to know yourself better. So what kind of agent do you want to become? So after you know what type of agent you are, you can become the agent you need to. But in order to become, you need to know yourself to try to feed that area that you need the help. Image and profile. It is good to show professional image and evaluate your belief. Sometimes there are some beliefs that could destroy us, and some belief can help you to elevate to where we are. So, talking is, as I said, in humility versus ego, this is a question, and it is important to start like a child on first grade. Imagine your son, your daughter, when you were a kid. So when you are a child, you were like a sponge and you learn faster. But because your ego is down in that moment, that you know that the professor are teaching everything, your parents are your superhero, and all of that. So that way you can easily learn quicker. So then we have continue with the humility versus ego. So when you study this manual, set your own knowledge aside so you can absorb new information. You will create new habit and discipline. Then you can put on hold everything that you already know, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna forget that. Then you put together and you keep the best thing you learn in other type of business, put it together, and you will be like an atomic bomb and you will prosper better. So that's a way of not forgetting, but just put it on the sign. Switch from the inside out. In order to succeed, you must make a change in your life by starting a change from the inside to have a better result. Better result, more money, and different things. How do you change? So change your habit in your real estate business from passive proactive. Sometimes we want that people call only, but well, we can call. We can see an open house and then we go. It doesn't matter. You learn how other person are doing it. You see somebody for sale by owner, then you call, you make the action. So that's why it's the fearless agent, because you have not to have fear. You have to act and forget about the fear. So make a habit of repeating positive affirmation every day will contribute to you can do the things and believe more in yourself. The affirmation, how they help you. So it help you not only in your personal life, but also in the income. The real estate business is easy and effective. You have to repeat it every morning, every time you're going to a presentation. I am a multi-million dollar producer. Even if you didn't sell anything yet, but you will. You have to believe and create that to project to people. Everyone wants to buy and sell their properties with me. I have abundant wealth that is already set in many places, but you have to apply it to your business, especially in your real estate. So create solid deep foundation like an oak tree. So what are the bases? Theories and practice must be used at the same time. So act now to be successful. If right now you just read the manual, read the book, and don't do anything, you will forget, because most of the time we tend to remember a percentage of that. But if we do it, we will remember more. Having self-discipline is more important sometimes than the talent. Yes, it's great that you're talent, that you're easy to sell, you like to talk to people, but if you're not disciplined, then you can be very outgoing without closing a client, like without really talking the way you should. Being a good boss. So if you're not a good boss, well, fire yourself, because when you work for somebody, what happens? If you don't come at 9 a.m., let's say if at night to 5 p.m. shift, and you don't come at 9, you come at 10, the boss is not going to be happy with you. Eventually, he's going to start doing letters saying if you do it again, then they're going to deduct it. Then if you do it again, they could fire you. So same thing. Fire yourself if you don't do it correctly and rehire with the correct mindset. Firing yourself is necessary, and re-employing yourself after you make changes to your business and habit. That's the way you have to be. It's not that you're going to be tough to yourself, but if you do something good, well, achieve yourself. Do something you like it. But if you didn't do it something correctly, well, fire yourself, but not immediately. Same way as if you're working for somebody, create certain things like, for example, you don't go out maybe if you didn't do what you have to. But then if you do it, oh, you do go out, you can incentive yourself or work the extra hour you didn't. Like if you come an hour late to your job, you will stay an hour late. So it doesn't matter if you didn't start working at a certain time. You know that you have to work that time that you didn't. So stick to your action plan. You have short-term plan, medium plan, and long-term plan. So all of that has to be directly to the long term in order to continue. So pay attention to social relationship. Know who could be a good person that can refer your business, who could be a person who can buy from you or sell any property, So make social media posts, interacting with leads and see if it is effective. So you also have to measure what type of advertisement or social media you're doing and be effective. So that way you will post more of what is more effective. Do the full circle over and over with each group. The full circle is basically ask for referral, but it have a system. You start with the client, you give certain thing, and then you ask for referral. You can ask referral in the middle, or you can ask referral in the closing, but you have to ask to increase. If you have one client, he give you 3 referrals, and from the 3 you got another client, at least you substitute that. But if you ask for 5, you might get 1 or 2. And from that, you keep and keep asking that. And then when you see it, it could be the only source of way to find clients, and it costs nothing. So create your database and work on it. Learn something new every day and every week at least. You have to point something and say, okay, this week, what did I learn? Or at least this month, what did I learn new? What did I apply for what I learned? It's very important because you act in that. Act today in your present. Tomorrow is not promised. So don't let and procrastinate. That's what is important. Respect your work time and put boundaries with your family because many people think like you're a realtor. Okay, can you go and do this? Can you do that? Your husband or your wife, your friend, your family, because they think you have all the time. You have the same time. If you put into this business 40 hours or 20 hours if you're part-time, or the same time that you're putting to a regular work or business, you will see even more. Know your target market. So if you want to work, let's say in tenant, you focus for tenant. If you want to be in landlord, you focus in the landlord. So you study your market. That's the way to know. Being self-motivated. If you keep always needing that your significant other is like the cheerleader of you, or your parents, or your children, so whoever, friends, then it's not gonna work unless if you know that you need to somebody motivate, so get a coach. But if not, learn ways that it will motivate you. It will help you to enhance that you on top. Create your own powerful mantra in moments of need to help you get out of the fear and negativity. So when you, let's say, go to listing presentation, it is good to have some type of mantra, some type of repetition or a music or something you need to hear motivate you to do better in that listing presentation because people want a listing agent who's energetic, who is positive, who know what he wants, who can, because they want, you need to transmit that you're going to sell the property the, for the highest possible and fastest and do what they don't want to do or what they think you are going to do. So this is an explanation of the real estate four circle. If you see, you schedule first the appointment, then do the presentation because now we have to present to our buyers or sellers or landlord or tenant how we make the money, and in case present everything. So and explain you need the first presentation. In that you can ask for the referral or you can ask at the end. Then contract sales and close, and then ask for referring at closing. So it doesn't matter that if you do it at the end or in the middle, but do it. Act now. It is essential for the long life of your business. So when you do this with every client, you will multiply your customer result in multiplying your revenue. So you will pass from maybe 5 clients to 50 clients, not in 1 year, but depending. But you can have, the idea is that every year you are in this career, you every year you increase your income. Act. Very, very powerful. The real estate business is built on actions. It is not a business that waits for clients to come through the door, that they're not going to knock on our door unless you work as a home developer, condominium owner, or a property management company. If that's not your scenario, you should plan on taking proactive steps to reach out to new clients and get referral for at least 2 hours every day. So some people, when they start, I always said it is very important to do 2 hours a day, at least 5 times a week. Okay. But if you have in this business more time, you can do 1 hour, 5 times a day to create this habit. You can do it 3 times a week or 2 times a week, depending how busy you are. But always, at least, even you're so successful, do it once a week. Even if you're making millions, it is important to keep putting in your nest more and more new clients. So this is a video that I'm not gonna put it, but it's going to be for you to enjoy it because it is a video of 15 minutes. But what is about this video? Why did I put it? This man, Bill Porter, it's a guy that he was a door knocking who sell products, and he is handicapped. He couldn't even walk well. He couldn't even button his shirt, different things that he have to get in a bus to go to a hotel to be clean their shoes, button everything, and then he got another bus to then start knocking on doors. He never hear a no, he never accept the no, and he keep and keep, and he become successful in what he do even with all this adversity. And that is important. When we act, we don't have to pay attention to the no. It's not that we don't hear the no. It's like most of the time, people tend to say no because they don't understand, because they are afraid to buy. They are in a position that we most don't like the change. So people say no. But after you approach in different ways, then you create the necessity and you continue doing it, then there are people who say yes. And even though real estate is a necessity, so people, they will say yes. It's just that you will continue, especially when it's cold callings. It's when people say no, that they don't want to give you the listing. But whoever is a buyer, they want to work with you or a tenant. But when you look for listing, there are many realtors, listing agents that they want that business. And you're not gonna get the no. You have to continue and you have to say what you have to offer for them. And that's what it comes this video for. We talk about cleaning and organization. So they are essential to attract success. So start with your home, then your car, and the office and business. Why your home first? Because that's where you live. You need to feel clean. Then your car, because you're gonna put all the contracts, everything you need, door knockings, postcard after every time you visit a seller or a landlord, a listing presentation, then you leave it in their door or in the mailbox, or you just put this stamp and put it in the mail. But give something to them, a thank you, or a gift of $5 for Starbucks or 10 because the price changes. But so that's what is important to have. And then your office could be in your house that you designated a desk. or the whole office, and having everything in the correct space. Okay, and create a place in your home that is dedicated to work and well organized. Create a space in your car and put blank contracts, as I say, stationery, advertisement, car door hangers, lock boxes. How many of you go to a listing presentation and they say, okay, this is the key, put a lockbox, and then you don't have the lockbox, you have to come back. No, the sign. And if you have a truck, okay, you can have it there and more. So you want to gain sale immediately. You don't want to wait. Tomorrow is tomorrow, it's today. You can also buy transaction manager system to organize your contract inside your back office and tasks. For example, you can use other companies like Total Brokers, Dubloop, BrokerMe, KB Core, Lion Desk, for CRM, oh, many that there are. There are some that are very inexpensive, other more expensive, depending what they do, and there are some that are free, so with less thing. But the important is to keep organized. Treat this business like a business. What kind of agent are you? It's a question you have to ask. Say, what kind of agent I am? Well, knowing yourself will help you understand how you will react, respond, what partners you want to work with, and reach your real estate goals faster. Because the moment you start growing, you can be in two or three places at the same time. Imagine you start closing one transaction a month, then you start closing two transactions a month, then you start closing once every month. What if you have a listing presentation the same day that you have a closing or a walkthrough? Then it come to play to find a partner, another agent that work together, and then it's important to know who it could be. Most of us decide to go to the significant other or children's or whoever in your family. But the important is, are you good both together or not? So knowing who could be your partner, it can help you to grow your business or not. So what you do well? Ask this question. Well, I'm good in, let's say, calling, or I'm good in writing the contract. So put the things, and then you will see what type of partner you want. Somebody who in charge of doing the contracts and the contract and do the transaction, like a coordinator of the transaction, or you are the person who like to ship the property. What do you do well? Like if somebody, many people say, oh, I hate to do cold callings. Okay, but do you like to call your circle? Okay, I could call people. People is I prefer cold calling, call people who I don't know at all, and calling my friends. So that way you can switch. One do one and the other do the other one. The important is to act. How important is it for you to succeed? So if for you it's very important to be successful in this business and say, I want to make this year $100,000 or $1 million or $50,000, whatever is your goal or your initial goal, well, you know that you have to do certain changes. Even you have to do sometime at the beginning things you don't like it. But if you have the income to do it, you can hire a telemarketing to do the cold calling, and you can call the people that you know. So are you the kind of person who let others train you? Wow. Some people, they believe that they know everything. And every time they interrupt when somebody is explaining. So if you say yes, but you interrupt, sign the same. So it is important to close your mouth, hear, and see what new you can give. So it is important to be trainable. We continue with what kind of agent now are you? So the why is important to know what moves you and what turns you on in this business. When you become discouraged for whatever reason by any customer, the economy or unexpected setback, you will remember why you started this business. So the why it is, because if you know that you want to buy a house, let's say you put a goal that I have a full-time job, let's say, but I'm doing real estate as a part-time. I'm going to put 20 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, 30 hours of my time. Let's say I work from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So I'm going to work only weekends on this. So I can work 8 hours each of the other 2 days, or I can get part of Monday through Friday, 2 hours from there to have only Saturday and Sunday to showings. So, and that is important. And the why is why I'm doing this. I might be a goal that I want to buy a house. Well, every time somebody say no to any cold call or whatever thing that you didn't like it to do it, then you remember, I want to buy my house. I want to buy my house and do it. Other people could say, well, I wanted to leave the job that I had, that I don't like it, and I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. And then I want to hire assistants and hire uh, employees and open my own brokerage, whatever it is your goal, then that is your why. So when you have your why on top, you don't care. It's like if I'm going to study to be a doctor. Do you think all doctors love to study? If you ask them, they know that they have to do it in order to be doctors. So you know that you have to deal this process in order to be successful, in order to make and reach your goal. So do you know your talents? What are my talents? So write it down. Your virtues, your strength, your weakness. Write all of this down. This is not just a training manual. This is a workbook. You're doing and you're writing and you're doing and you're hearing and you're reading. That all will activate in order to be the person you want to be. What do you like the most about the real estate business? Write it down. I have flexible time. I can pick up my children. I can be in every event. So that write it down. What do you like the least? Oh, okay. Maybe I don't like to do the cold calling. Maybe I don't like that. I don't know if I'm going to make money this month. But it's your responsibility if you don't make it most of the times. What will you be willing to do to increase your income? What will you never do? So you have to write, what will you do? Okay, so I could say, well, I'm going to stop watching novelas. I can stop watching maybe too long for social media. So, and that's the time that you are using in things that are not the important. So then you do what you will never do. It is important to know your boundaries. But then when you talk to yourself with your whys, then you will know, okay, that I might do it. Okay. Because when you start receiving your first check, second check, and then it's like a very snowball that grows, and then it's an avalanche of money that it comes to you. What happened? You start doing that, even you said that I will never do that, because you will feel happy and know that that's what is stopping you to reach the goal you really are going to achieve. So what kind of agent are you? We continue asking. So there is a start with what? So that's another video that is 18 minutes that explain the why and how to do exactly how to sell yourself better from the inside out. People already know your exterior. Like usually, basically into this is when we start selling something, basically as an agent, we are not just salesperson. That's why it's called sales agent. But we also help them. We also give advice. We also help them in many ways, more than we know, better it is. So in this, usually you have to start from the inside. When you talk, you comes with the inside, not with the exterior. So in that video, it will help you understand like the approach you do it to a client. It's not the same thing to talk about real estate from the exterior than from the interior. Like you can say, oh, I'm in real estate because I love to help people and I enjoy every time when I find the right property for a client. Then you're talking from the inside. And then the people is seeing what is for them rather than, oh, I'm doing this just for the money. But I really, yeah, whatever. So it's different, the approach. You have to find what is for them, but also that you love, that you're passionate for this business. People like to talk. and do business with people who love what they're doing, who enjoy what they're doing, because they don't feel like it's a job, it's a work, it's your business, it's your love, it's your child. And then we do have a do this self-assessment questionnaire. So where you will find more about yourself. So, so this is view of the thing. What kind of agent do you want to become? So before do the assessment, I recommend you go in the book in all the PDF format and print it if you want it and start writing your assessment and keep it that. Also, you can get the book at the same time and write it in the book. So now that you know the type of agent you want to become after your assessment test, focus on the quality. Focus. So this future agent, that is you, as if you are already that person. So you have to think in present when you want what you want to attract for your future. Because what we have in the present is only action we have already done in the past. So if we want a different future, we have to change it now. So you have to know yourself, do the assessment, print out, fill it up, and then you will see it. It's different like when you read it yourself, like, oh my God, I didn't know that I have this issue. Oh, I didn't know that maybe that is affecting me, especially my relationship with money. Some people have a bad relationship with money. They don't accept it, they don't even know sometimes. But when they talk with other people, they say, oh, money change people. Oh, when people have money, they change. Or no, there are people who, with or without money, they will be the way it is. And people with more money, they could be even better. So that type of thought could sabotage your success. So little things, like some people think that working on the weekend, it could affect your marriage. Oh, no, maybe it will help you. Maybe then when you buy the house, the goal that you have, then you work the other job part-time, and then you can do this full time, and then you can end it with this and end it with more time for your family when you create and delegate everything. So make that your reality today. Your present is I am a wonderful agent, a successful agent, a multi-million dollar producer. I whatever is your mantra. Finish your sentence with the type of agent you declare you are now. That you are now. That's what it is. What you are now is what is going to become. Do the affirmation exercise aloud, and listen to it, because the tongue accelerates process of change and tells the brain what to do. The tongues allow you to connect with your brain and attract what you said. So it's like a wand, like a magic wand, because when we just think, but when we say, we are using a mechanism of processing. The brain is connecting with your tongue, the tongue with the brain, and then you are hearing in both and connect together to make it more believable. For example, we can say things like I, Ivania, I, Maria, I, Juan, I, Joseph, and an agent who sells $10 million every year of properties. Okay, so I, Ivania, and a top producing agent. Yeah, so in Spanish will be yo or I close X number of transactions. I could say I sell 5 transactions every month. So the important is what is believable. If you already close once a month, it's easy to say 2 a month. Go by the ladder. Some people like to go too fast. Every person is different, but whatever make you better. I always consider that it's good to go step by step. And the moment you start going like 1 to then 2, you can go to 4, then you can go to 8. So it's easier to duplicate that number. Image and profile. You sell yourself and your image, as well as the professionalism that you, when you talk, you act, and the service and the knowledge. You only have one chance to make a first impression. If you make a poor first impression, there might never be a second one. So project yourself as experienced and with confidence. And that comes from the within you. And then that's how you connect to people. So it will radiate some type of light to the people, like they feel that you're secure, that they feel that they want to do, and they create some a better rapport with the people. So evaluate your belief based on the assessment test. So your belief can help you or harm you. Take the belief questionnaire to find out if your belief could be your best allies or your worst enemy. So start writing. So, what are your beliefs? And the belief come also from how our parents reach us, how our teachers, how the environment that we raise. I remember many successful people, not everybody born in the environmental that they create themselves, because we cannot change where we born, but we can change where we want to be. So analyze which of your belief is affecting your personal growth to eliminate it immediately and create new and more powerful belief that will be with you on your journey to success. So real estate is your journey to success. So Brian Tracy say, you are a living magnet. And yes, we are. What you attract into your life is in harmony with your dominant thought. So it is important to think our thought. And the moment we are having some thought of negativity, or oh, maybe he's not gonna buy, maybe whatever, why do I go? You're putting that thought. It's not gonna happen, obviously, because your thoughts are dominating. So live in the harmony, think that is going to happen, that you can do it, and that will help you. So evaluate, continue with the belief. So do the exercise and throw of throwing. So now we're gonna enter into a little exercise when you're hearing here. So it is good to do it. So do not be afraid to throw out your old negative belief and bad habit or old-fashioned way of working. So you have to throw it away. It is better to throw out the trash early instead of waiting until it rots and stinks. Have you seen if for any reason, I experience that with my children sometimes, that the trash comes twice a week, and sometimes little trash, and then I say, why you didn't put it? Hey, it was a little. The moment you open the trash, it's stinking. And I say, I don't mind if it's little, but I don't want that smell. So that's the same thing with our own negative belief and the bad habits. It is thing, and it didn't let us. And then also the glass is full of that. We need to empty with new belief and new habits. So do not let stagnancy take over your life. No. So successful people are constantly improving and changing. Yes, change is good. And adapting to new way of working. If we see every time they change the phones. Every year people once, even in the same year, we change the phone. Why? Because it's constantly. There's a new version of something. There's a new program, a new software. They're always in a constant change. We live in a constant change. The earth rotates. Yeah. So we have to do the same thing. So don't be afraid. Throw away that. Okay. So now we're gonna go to chapter 2.